Okay, so good evening, everyone. So the last time, I think we were doing a lesson called the alchemy of nature. So I'll put the PowerPoint in front of you, and we'll do a little revision of what we had done. Before the PowerPoint, I will put in front of you the text, okay, and then I'll put the PowerPoint. Just a moment. All right, everyone. So, guys, I remember we had started the lesson the last time, and we started it, with a very simple question that I had asked: that what would be the first thing that you would want to do once the lockdown ends? And you people had given me a lot of answers, but the most common answers that I could find was that some people would like to go on a long vacation. And when I asked the place, many people mentioned places which were close to nature and naturally beautiful. To which uh, we followed the lesson. We followed this question by one of the stanzas from a poem that you can see on your screen. One of the stanzas from the poem called The Auguries of Innocence, written by William Blake, who was a very renowned British poet. And we saw that, this entire stanza spoke about how great deeds can surpass the limits of time and space. And these great deeds, they never die. It also spoke about a proverb that, if you remember, I had discussed. It said, beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. You can take this proverb down and you can go and do a lot of research on Google about the same. Why? Because you might end up getting this question in your exam, and when you get it in the exam, you can get it as an expansion of an idea. All right. Uh, yeah. So that's what the first stanza said. Students, I request you to not chat on the group because the lecture is on now. I will give you some time in the end to ask me whatever questions you want. You can't see the screen. All right, let me just check again if there's something wrong. All right, just a moment. You'll be able to see it now. Just a moment. Here it is. All right. So, as I was saying, we spoke about the first stanza of a poem from a William Blake creation called The Auguries of Innocence. Then, students, if you see in the first paragraph, we learned something really important. And this paragraph said that, we naturally turn towards nature and its activities as a way of relaxing and improving our lives and the way we live our lives. All right. And then we also compared nature to our parents because there are some qualities of nature which I want you to maybe underline if you have a textbook. If not, then simply write it down. Uh, so there are some qualities of nature that nature soothes and nurtures. That is, it comforts us and it looks after us. Nature fulfills in them and motivates. It fulfills all our needs and motivates us, inspires us, like it is doing in this lesson. It whispers and commands. Whispers are those warnings that we get, like global warming, and commands is the punishment that we receive, like the pandemic that we are going through right now. That's one of the punishments. Are you listening? So the writer Raksha Baradia over here says that nature speaks with us, just that we are too busy to not notice what it is trying to tell us. Then we start with certain examples, and the first example was that was of a hibiscus plant, which actually bears the flower called shoe flower. And the description is, every that we had a plant in the garden, and she says every fortnight is a period of 2 weeks or 15 days. Every 15 days, a flower bloomed on it, and the flower's description is once again given over there. I wanted to highlight that part. It's big, bright, and tender. That is delicate. And he says it takes 15 days to grow and bloom, and once it's fully grown, it enjoys its life to the fullest with the sun and the wind. And as the evening approaches, it starts to dry up and starts withering and wilting. Now, what is really unfair for towards the flower is that nature made it wait for 15 days to get its new life, and it gave it just half a day to live. The next morning, the flower wilts completely and becomes one with the ground. I want you to underline this part as well and highlight this part as well. Becomes one with the earth again, because that's where we come from and that's where we go. So, what we learn here is to live our life to the fullest, right? कितना भी छोटा life हो, let's not complain about things. And I had also given you the example of current scenario that we have a lot of complaints. कि यार घर के बाहर नहीं निकल पा रहे, ये नहीं कर पा रहे, वो नहीं कर पा रहे. But we don't know a lot of people are having a terrible time out there. A lot of laborers, in fact, who live in different states from their family, from their hometown. All of these people are walking back home in this extreme heat out there. They don't die of coronavirus, but they die of exhaustion. So we are in a very good condition, and let's live our life to the fullest. The next example was that of um, little bits of grass that come out from the concrete pavement. And this made us realize, however impossible things may look, there's always an opening, that is an opportunity. कितना भी impossible चीजें लगे हमको, कितना भी लगे कि this is the end, अब इसका कुछ नहीं है. But if you have the will, you will definitely find a way. And I remember I told you one thing. When God closes one door, He opens another door for us. Now it's up to us whether to cry behind the closed door or to cry, get up, wipe your tears, and go and look for the new opportunity and seize the new opportunity and make the most out of our life. That was the second example. The third example wasn't there in the PowerPoint. I remember that. It's right in front of you in the text. And this example was that of a rocky beach. And this talks about how water gives these rocks on the beach the shape that it commands. The comparison here is that water is so gentle and rock is so hard. But because the water is so persistent as in um, persistent is when you continue your efforts, you don't stop. So water is so gentle, rock is so hard. Yet if we persist, so because the water continuously for decades does what it is supposed to do, the rock gives in. Rock gives in as in the rock gives up and finally takes a shape that the water commands. So this says our problems are so colossal, colossal are huge, massive, and we are so small, but it's just about persisting. The meaning of the word persist is continuous efforts. All right, guys, we are supposed to now go back to the PPT and do the lesson that is left now, the part of the lesson. So I'll put the PPT on. Here it is. So we were done with all of this. The shoe flower, big, bright, tender, the one which becomes dry, small bits of grasses we saw, but we did not see a complete payment because it's missing out. All right, students, here we are. Yeah, I love this part. I love this example, and I'll tell you something very interesting about someone you know. All right. We saw a tree bare of all leaves in the cold winter months. We thought its chapter was over, but then 3 months passed, spring set in, and the tree was back to its green majesty once again, full of leaves, flowers, birds, and life. What if we too had the conviction that however difficult things are right now, it will not remain so forever? Remember, this too shall pass. So the writer says that she saw a tree bare of all leaves. I want you to see the meaning of the word bare of. Bare of means without leaves in the cold winter months. So as we all know now, we in Mumbai do not experience all of this, but because in Mumbai we have just three seasons primarily and prominently. So we have almost 8 months of almost 6 months of uh, heat, and then we have maybe 3 months of maybe 3 4 months of monsoon, and then just 2 months of winter. And it's not winter, it's just that it's pleasant. But if you go to some mountainous areas, some areas which are really cold, for example Himachal Pradesh or Kashmir, you will see that there are some more seasons, like there is an autumn season and also a spring season. So in autumn season all the trees they shed their leaves, वो अपने पत्ते fruits सब कुछ गिरा देते हैं क्योंकि अब स्नो होने वाली है. एंड विंटर मंथ्स में उनके पास बिल्कुल भी फ्लावर्स नहीं होते, सारे के सारे प्लांट्स और ट्रीज टकले हो जाते हैं. And once the spring sets in as in arrives, you can write the meaning for the phrase or for the phrase sets in. Sets in means arrives. Okay. So this says we thought its chapter was over. Chapter, the meaning of the word chapter is life. So the writer says when we saw the tree bare of all leaves in the cold winter months, we thought iska khel khatam. But 3 months passed, 3 months of winter passed. The tree just stood there. Spring set in, spring arrives, and the tree was back to its green majesty once again. So let's write the meaning of the word majesty. Majesty means impressive beauty. Majesty means impressive beauty, and the tree was back to its im- impressive beauty once again, full of leaves, flower, birds, and life. Here, the word life is extremely important. What if we too had the conviction? This is a very nice word, conviction. You can use it in your daily spoken English. The word conviction means a firm belief. Okay. For example, if you say, I have a firm belief in me that I would work hard and score a 90 or a 95 in the boards. So you can say, I have a conviction that I would work really hard and score a lot of marks. All right. So, what if we too had that firm belief in us that however difficult things are right now, it will not remain like this forever. Remember, this too shall pass. This too shall pass is a very famous quote. बहुत ही फेमस कोट है, आप बहुत जगह पे इसको यूज कर सकते हैं. कभी अगर आप स्टोरी राइटिंग लिख रहे हैं एग्जाम में, या कभी आप कोई एक्सपेंशन लिख रहे हैं which is inspirational, you can use uh, this too shall pass. The meaning of the word bare of all leaves is without leaves. That's why students, I ask you to have your pens and pencils with you so that you do not miss anything out. All right, I'll tell you a very nice story about someone a lot of people in India love. Um, Let me see whether you people are able to guess this person or not. This person is the only Indian captain to have won all the ICC cricket trophies in the world. और कोई भी कैप्टन ये नहीं जीता है, एक ही कैप्टन. And I get Asim's reply the fastest because he is someone I know who loves cricket. All right. A lot of people have given me the right answers. Some have given me the wrong answer as well. It doesn't matter. No, no, it wasn't Kapil Dev, guys. It wasn't Kapil Dev. It wasn't Sachin Tendulkar. It was MS Dhoni. All right. So, guys, I'll just have a little, summary. I'll just share a little summary about MS Dhoni's career, which I observed because I remember when MS Dhoni made his international debut for India. I was in my seventh or the eighth grade, and I was old enough to understand what cricket was, having played cricket myself for many years. All right. So MS Dhoni's career, I'm sure you people have also seen the movie MS Dhoni. So you see that he had struggled a lot in the beginning, and while he was once really upset sitting at a railway station, his senior comes and tells him that not all the balls in the game are the same. Similarly, all the situations in life are also different. You have to realize which one is to attack. You have to realize which one is to just defend and wait for the time to come, for the good time to come. And then he goes on to play for India. But the start for India wasn't also that great, because if you remember, he was sitting in the flight and he meets Disha Patni, where he tells her, in 3 games I have very low scores. I don't know even if I'll get to play the next match. And then the next match he plays and he scores 183. And then it wasn't that there was no looking back. If you remember, if you remember, थोड़े टाइम के बाद में 2007 वर्ल्ड कप आता है और इंडिया उसमें पहले राउंड में आउट हो जाती है एंड धोनी एंड एवरीबॉडी इन द इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम इज एट देयर utmost low. इससे ज्यादा लो कोई फेस कर ही नहीं सकता है. Then comes a phase when Dhoni becomes a captain and things start changing. 2007 World Cup, India win the first ever T20 World Cup. Dhoni goes on to chop his hair. The next World Cup happened in 2011, and we all remember that massive six. Uh, I remember many. I'm sure many of you also remember the commentary by Ravi Shastri. Dhoni finishes off in style. India lives a World Cup after 28 years, and the party begins in the dressing room. And it's an Indian captain who has been absolutely magnificent in the night of the World Cup final. So we thought things were going really well. It didn't stop there. He went on to win a couple of IPLs, a couple of Champions Leagues. Then comes a very difficult phase. 2011, India goes to England to play a test series of 4 matches. India lose 4-0. This was the first jhatka that MS Dhoni got after tasting a lot of success. And everybody was like, चलो कोई बात नहीं यार, कभी कभी तो होता है ये सब. धोनी अच्छा कैप्टन है. Then we go to Australia, we lose 4-0 once again. And this was a shocker and people started saying धोनी को कैप्टनशिप से निकाल देना चाहिए, उसका कैप्टनशिप का टाइम पूरा हो चुका है. But Dhoni did not give up. He still stood strong out there, and comes 2013 Champions Trophy. All the senior members of the squad had retired by then. He had a very inexperienced side. This inexperienced side goes to England with only Dhoni having grey hair in his beard and his hair. And we lift the champion trophy once again after a lot of years. And Dhoni told everyone and showed everyone that bad times come and go, good times also come and go. So you should not feel discouraged when you are suffering or when you're going through some difficult times. Remember, this too shall pass. And that's when even Rohit Sharma started opening for India. And today we all see Rohit Sharma is gem of a player today. Undoubtedly one of the best batsmen of one day cricket. So guys, I'll just tell you what exactly happened in Dhoni's life. So धोनी अपने लाइफ के रास्ते पे चल रहा था, सब कुछ अच्छा चालू था, फुल फास्ट आगे चल रहा था, सब अच्छा चालू था. सडनली धोनी ने दूर से देखा एक तूफान आ रहा है. वो तूफान आ रहा था ना. धोनी हैड 3 ऑप्शंस. पहला ऑप्शन, साइड पे हट जाओ रास्ते के और गिव अप कर दो, तूफान से डर लगता है. बट अगर साइड पे हट गए तो लाइफ में करेंगे क्या? ये तो डर जाना हो गया. This is about being scared and being afraid of things, of facing difficulties. Second option was to go and run fast. जितने fast storm आ रहा उतने ही fast चलो, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. But guys, this doesn't make sense. इसमें बोलते हैं जोश में होश खो देना. जोर से आगे भागता तो शायद वो भी वो storm में उड़ जाता था. The best option that he chose was to stand still. तूफान आएगा, मैं खड़े रहूंगा, तूफान जैसे आएगा वैसे चला भी जाएगा. That's what he did. And today he's by far one of the biggest legends of the world cricket. Uh, I've got a message from someone from Ghatkopar saying, can I explain a bit in Hindi as well? I would love to, but then I hope you understand I'm an English tuition, this is an English lecture. थोड़ा बहुत हिंदी बोलने की कोशिश करूंगा मैं, but मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप सब इंग्लिश ज़्यादा सुनो और इंग्लिश ज़्यादा बोलें. Anyway guys, so this was the example that we had here, and we will move on with the lesson. I hope you loved this explanation and the example that we just took for this particular example of the trees. All right. This example is once again very beautiful. We saw an army of ants lugging a fly which was at least 10 times the ant's size. The ants organized themselves around the fly, lifted it on frail feelers, and carried it to quite a distance. Their teamwork and perseverance were impressive. What if we too are consistent, organized, and focused? Let's write the meanings of certain words, guys. The word lugging means to drag with great effort. To drag with great effort. Please write the meaning. Drag with great effort. So the writer says we saw an army of ants. Army of ants lugging a fly, that is dragging a fly on its frail feelers. The meaning of the word frail is delicate. Okay, frail feelers is delicate. Frail is weak and delicate. The word organized The word organized means arranged. So when these ants realize that the size of the fly is 10 times their size, they realize कि एक इंसान का काम नहीं है. We'll have to use a lot of teamwork over here. Please write beside this paragraph of ants or example of ants. Ants is equal to teamwork. Okay, so they all organize themselves in a very proper way, and they all lifted this 10 times bigger in size fly on their frail, that is weak feelers. Feelers are the two antennas that you see on their head. Okay, and they carried it to quite a distance. Now, what do we learn? We learn that their teamwork and perseverance was impressive. The meaning of the word perseverance is continue in spite of difficulties. Perseverance is continue in spite of difficulties. So their teamwork and their perseverance were impressive. What if we too are consistent, organized? Consistent, the meaning of the word consistent is regular. That means regular practice. We should do something regularly to achieve the results that we wish to achieve. Then the next word is organized once again, that is arranged. What if we too are organized and focused? All right. So, you know, I remember one thing that I always did with my best friends in my college. So whenever we would get a lot of presentations in the college, and we were supposed to, uh, you know, present these topics in front of an audience in the auditorium, and the capacity of the crowd would be around 200 to 300 people at that time. And at that time, it was very difficult, to face the crowd. So now we were four best friends. Okay, so all of us, all the four of us, we had different qualities, and we were a team. So the first one was Hitesh. So what did Hitesh do? What was Hitesh good at? Hitesh was good at finding out a lot of ideas for a particular topic. बहुत सारे अच्छे अच्छे आइडियाज होते थे एक टॉपिक को लेकर. तो हितेश का एक स्पेशलिटी था कि वो रिसर्च में बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपर्ट था वो. So he would get in all the possible information that we needed to do our best in the presentation. The next friend was Suraj. Now Suraj wasn't good at researching, but he was good at accumulating all the information, gathering all the information and making a presentation. जो ये PPT आप देख रहे हैं स्क्रीन पर, my friend Suraj was a pro at it. So what would do, he would put all the information in the most presentable way, and he would um make those presentations. Okay. Then there were two of us. My another friend was Arvind and myself. Now we two were not good at researching, or nor were we good at these PowerPoint presentations. But we two were really good at communication skills. We two were really confident about speaking in front of people on a stage, and we were not at all fear or scared of the crowd. And that's where what we did, we always presented what these two used to create. So now here we usually achieve success most often than not, because we divided our work very uh, clearly, and we organized our work in a way कि वो काम वही करेगा जिसमें उसका एक्सपर्टीज है. एंड दैट्स हाउ द टीम सक्सीड्स. सो टीम में हर इंसान परफेक्ट नहीं होता. यू हैव टू फिल इन द गैप्स वेर एवर रिक्वायर्ड एंड गो अहेड. So this example teaches us teamwork, and I hope in the future, when you all also grow up and go to different companies, or you go to a sports team, or you do whatever in a team, always remember team comes first. It's not about yourself, it's about the team. All right, students, let's go ahead and finish some other examples that we have in front of us. Now we have a lot of examples here, okay? So be a little quick. So guys, spider webs are delicate yet very strong. So what do we learn from the spider? What do we learn? So spider का जो web रहता है वो delicate होता है हमारे लिए, but the spider doesn't create its web for us. It creates its web किसके लिए? Please send me your answers. What is the purpose for creating the web? Why does the spider create a web? Very good, very good, very good. The web is created to catch hold of a prey. वो अपने शिकार को पकड़ने के लिए करता है. और एक बार रिमेंबर करना, याद रखना हमेशा स्टूडेंट्स. Always remember thing. A thing that looks delicate isn't weak. There's a difference between weak and delicate. All right. There's a difference between weak and delicate. So never misunderstand this. All right. So spiderweb, they look delicate, but what we learn is delicate structures are not a site of weakness. Always understand. Then a rainbow colors the entire sky. So now, what is the special feature of a rainbow? I hope, guys, you're underlining all of this. Underline the word rainbow, underline colors, the entire sky. These are all important things. इसके ऊपर एक activity करनी है आपको आज. So what does rainbow do? It colors the entire sky. So what does rainbow teach us? It gives us a message that wherever you go, spread happiness, spread beauty, spread joy. Whenever people see you entering a particular room or your classroom, they should be happy to see you. They should say, "Acha, abhi ye aa gaya to maza aayega." All right. So spread happiness wherever you go. That's what the rainbow teaches us. Oyster takes in a grain of sand and opens up with a pearl. Now this is extremely important. We all know that there's a, this creature. I'm so sorry. I received a call and it got stuck. I hope you can all hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. Just write can. Yes, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, students. All right. So oyster takes in a grain of sand and they open up with a pearl. Now, guys, we all know this process of pearl formation. So what happens is these people who go into the seabed, वो लोग जाकर वो oysters को लेके आते हैं. इनको जबरदस्ती नाइफ डालकर या अंदर एक छोटा सा थिन एक रॉड डालकर they put it inside they open the mouth of the oyster and they put in a grain of sand. Now guys, when a grain of sand is put inside the oyster, the feeling is similar to the feeling that we get when a grain of sand enters our eyes, right? I'm sure you people must have experienced this. Just write and tell me, how do you feel when a grain of sand enters your eyes? I'm sure it's not a pleasant feeling. How do you feel? Is it irritating? Is it annoying? How is it? It is irritating. Yes, jalan hoti hai. You feel a little pain out there. Exactly. That's the same feeling. Rather, in fact, और ज़्यादा बुरा feeling होता रहेगा oyster को. But you know what happens next? Oyster realizes कि अब कुछ कर नहीं सकते. So oyster releases certain fluid. एक fluid release करता है अपने अंदर से, and this fluid keeps covering and keeps surrounding the grain of sand. उसके आजू बाजू fluid घूमता रहता है, and that grain of sand, after some time when you open, becomes a pearl. That's how a pearl is formed, guys. If you didn't know, I just gave you some really important information. So what do we learn? This reminds me of a very important statement which was said by the great Sachin Tendulkar. When Sachin Tendulkar was asked, how do you break so many records and milestones? All right. Sachin Tendulkar says, when people throw stones at you, do not throw those stones back. Take those stones and turn them into milestones. He says, when people throw stones at you, do not throw stones back at them. Keep those stones with you and turn them into milestones. And that is what this oyster does. कमजोरी को कमजोरी ना रखें, उस कमजोरी को ताकत में बदलें, and you see what you can do. All right, that's what the oysters teach us. Innumerable stars shine. Innumerable stars shine across the infinite sky. Innumerable is uncountable. Infinite is unending. So be like a star wherever you go, shine like a star, and spread happiness and light wherever you go. Clouds take new shapes with every passing moment. So if you see the clouds, they don't stay in the same shape forever. They keep changing their shape. Please underline this and write what we learn out of this. We learn the quality of adaptability. ADAPTIBILITY. Adaptability. अलग अलग सिचुएशन से खुद को अडेप्ट करना बहुत जरूरी है. चेंजिंग टाइम्स के साथ खुद को बदलना बहुत जरूरी है. All right, let us see what example do we have next. The wind makes trees dance with unhindered passion. Unhindered, the word unhindered, me just a second. Yeah. So the word unhindered means undisturbed. Please write the meaning. The word unhindered means without disturbance, undisturbed, without disturbance. Passion is very strong emotion. Passion is very strong emotion. गाइस अगर आप विंड की बात करो, विंड तो इतना हल्का होता है यार, बट व्हेन इट ब्लोज विद फुल पैशन, इट हैज़ द कैपेसिटी एंड द पावर टू मूव अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग रूटेड ट्री। इसका मतलब ये है, कोई भी चीज़ करने का फुल पैशन, फुल जोश से करने का, बड़े से बड़ा प्रॉब्लम या बड़े से बड़ा ऑब्स्टेकल भी आपके सामने झुक जाता है। सो एंड वी लर्न दिस इन अ मूवी कॉल्ड थ्री इडियट्स, व्हाटएवर यू डू ऑलवेज फॉलो योर पैशन एंड व्हाटएवर यू डू डू इट टू द बेस्ट ऑफ एबिलिटी। ऐसा पावरफुली उस चीज़ को करने का कि सामने वाली हर रुकावट खुद ही हट जाए, खुद ही आपको रास्ता दे दे। ऑलराइट? That's what the trees, the wind teaches us. Water without a hint of ego changes its form according to the dictates of the sun and the wind. Right? The meaning of the word dictates, dictate is command. The word dictate means command. Water has no ego, no arrogance. जैसे sun और wind बदलते हैं, वो अपना form बदलता है. We all know when there is a lot of sun overhead, the water turns into a gas. It goes to the gaseous state, vapor, and turns into a cloud. When you see that the temperature is falling down, it enters the freezing point in the minus, and you see the same water turns into ice. वाटर एंड क्लाउड बोथ ऑफ देम टीच अस अडेप्टेबिलिटी। वक्त के साथ बदलना बहुत जरूरी है, नहीं तो आप पीछे रह जाओगे। और जैसे नोकिया रह गया, when once upon a time 10 years ago Nokia was one of the best automobile companies in the world, but as Android came up, Nokia, the company of Nokia was reluctant to accept Android software and move ahead with the changing time, and that's how Nokia was left behind. Company बंद हो गई, अब फिर से चालू हुई है, but it has not reached the place where it is right right now. Okay, where it was once upon a time rather. All right. When we see a caterpillar turn into a butterfly and a flower turn into a fruit, you can see this process, guys. I'm sure ये आपने सुना रहेगा, साइंस से पढ़ा रहेगा, how a flower turns into a fruit or how a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. We all know this process. ये process हम सब जानते हैं, but ये process हो क्यों रहा है? ये कैसे हो रहा है? कौन कर रहा है? ये किसी को भी आइडिया नहीं इस चीज के बारे में, right? We all know this process will happen. We all know, that ये changes होते हैं, but ये क्यों होते हैं, कैसे होते हैं, किसको मालूम नहीं है. And that is what is nature, and hence we experience the alchemy of nature. Please write the meaning of the word alchemy, guys. What do you remember? As per this context, what is the meaning of the word alchemy? As per this context, what is the meaning of the word alchemy? Quickly put in the text. Very good, very good, very good. It means the magic of nature. That's how you experience the magic of nature. We touch it and become gold ourselves. Now, guys, here gold ourselves doesn't literally mean कि हम gold हो जाते हैं. अगर आपको याद रहेगा, last lecture में I had shared a story of the stone parasmani with you, that if you touch parasmani, you would become gold yourself. If you remember that, just write a yes if you remember that story. The story of parasmani, the magical stone. Yes. So here what we learn is nature is equal to parasmani. Nature is like parasmani. अगर हम nature के साथ में रहेंगे, then we will be as precious as gold. If you observe, guys, in our country, the northeastern part of India is is not as affected as all the other parts of India are with coronavirus. The reason is northeast part of India is one very naturally beautiful place of our country, and the people over there, they love nature and they respect nature and they look after nature. So nature का अपना ही तरीका है. तुम nature का ध्यान दोगे, nature तुम्हारा ध्यान देगी. तुम nature का ध्यान नहीं दोगे, तो nature भी तुम्हारा ध्यान नहीं देगी. Alright? तुमको punish करेगी. Alright, guys. So this is how we are done with the lesson. I want you to do a bit of homework, simple homework. Do not worry about that. Let me see how much time do I have. All right. So guys, I'm sure you people are done with the first 4 activities that I asked you to do. If not, please do it today. So guys, now what I want you to do is I want you to do the activity on page number 41, activity number 5, as you can see. Here you're supposed to write the features of water and rock which are mentioned in the lesson. तो water and rock के paragraph पे जाके आपको इनके दो features लिखने हैं चार. Then I want you to do activity number 6. So here you can see a blue table. blue table, yes, I will send the PDFs today. Do not worry, मैं ये जितने भी एक्टिविटी हैं ये लेसन की सबका PDF भेजूंगा. But guys, please उस पर डिपेंड मत रहिए. Please understand my point. I want you to be, self-reliant रहिए, खुद से करिए. All right, activity number 5 हो गया. Activity number 6, as you can see, the blue table. Here you have 3 columns: part of nature, special feature, and value. I want you to do this activity, so I'll just give you an example, okay? So जैसे कि rainbow है, तो rainbow का special feature क्या है? To color the entire sky, right? Okay, what do you learn out of uh, what is the value that you learn from the rainbow? You learn to spread beauty. So वो आप third column में लिखेंगे. Then caterpillar, what is a special feature? It changes its color every time it grows. So वो आप third column में लिखेंगे. Then butterfly, I'm so sorry, guys. There was some internet fluctuation at my end, and that's why I got disconnected. So, as I was saying, just a moment, we'll go back to the textbook. Just a moment, guys. Someone who's constantly raising their hands. I could see someone's video on. Please put your video off. Yes. So we'll just go back to the thieves story. Yeah, here it is. So, students, I want you to do compound words. I want you to do compound words and collocation. Okay, this is page number. You can see the page number out there. This is page number 12 of Thief Story, activity number 3 and 3ABC. Activity number 3ABC. Do not worry, guys. I will repeat the homework once again. फिलहाल के लिए समझ लो. एक concept सिखा रहा हूँ अभी. So please pay attention to it now. I'll put off the textbook now, and have your notebooks with you. Have your pencils with you. Have your notebooks and pens and pencils with you, and write the definition that I'm asking you to write, that I'm dictating right now. All right. So, guys, please write the definition of the of the term compound words. Please write down compound words. COMPOUND. Compound words. All right. Write the definition, please. Compound words are formed. Compound words are formed. Compound words are formed when two or more words, when two or more words, when two or more words, when two or more words are put together, when two or more words are put together, Vihan from Devidyal, beta, stop typing on the group right now, on the chat. जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ वो लिखो. I'll tell you everything. This is not from Alchemy of Nature. This is from the Thief Story. This is page number 12. Compound words are formed when two or more words are put together to form a new word, to form a new word with, to form a new word with a new meaning, to form a new word with a new meaning, with a new meaning. Full stop. They, THEY, they may sometimes be, they may sometimes be, they may sometimes be hyphenated, they may sometimes be hyphenated and sometimes be non-hyphenated. हाइफिनेटेड का स्पेलिंग लिख लीजिए HYP HYPHEN hyphenated. Write the examples. Write the example. Ice cream, ice cream, football, ice cream, football. So here guys, if you see ice is one word, cream is another word, दोनों साथ में आए और एक अलग ही word बन गया और एक अलग ही चीज बन गया, right? Breakfast, yes, breakfast is one example. Break is something else, fast is something else, but you bring it together. Very good. Newspaper is another example. News एक अलग word है, paper एक अलग word है, तो वो एक अलग चीज होता है. Moonlight, moonlight is one word. Lipstick, good night. Very good. All right, guys. I think you people are clear with compound words. Students, I wanted to write the definition for collocation now. Please write the definition for collocation. Please note it down. Collocation refers collocation refers collocation refers to a group of words. Collocation refers to a group of words. Collocation refers to a group of words. Collocation refers to a group of words that often go together, that often go together, that often go together, or 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 that are likely to occur together, or that are likely to occur together, or that are likely to occur, OCCUR, occur together. So collocation refers to a group of words that often go together or that are likely to occur together. For example, if you go to the lesson Alchemy of Nature, in this lesson, the lesson named Alchemy of Nature itself was a collocation. Okay? Alchemy of Nature was a collocation itself. Then if you remember, we learned innumerable stars. So innumerable stars collocation tha. Infinite sky एक collocation था. Merry Christmas is a collocation. Yes. Stray dog, very good. Stray dog is a collocation. Sunny day is a collocation. School teacher is a collocation. Fireplace is not a collocation. Fireplace is a compound word. Happy birthday is a collocation. Icy cold is a collocation. Crystal clear is a collocation. Oil rich is a collocation. Perfect, perfect, guys. So students, I want you to do this homework. Okay. Um, I'll just put the text once again for you so that you can take a screenshot of it if you don't have it. I want you to do activity number 3A, B, and C of the thief's story, page number 12 of the textbook. Activity number 3A, B, and C. And then I want you to do Alchemy of Nature ka homework. That is activity number, just a moment. Yeah, that is activity number 5 and 6. Okay, so thief story ka activity number 3A, B, C, and alchemy of nature ka activity number 5 and 6. All right. So guys, I am done with the